You can put it a little bit more. On the record, in the matter of the people of the state of people of the city of Lansing versus Larry Owens Jr. 24L289032, 24-03041, 24L289031. Council appearances.
Brendan Waddell, on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lawrence Sutter, on behalf of Mr. Owens, who is standing to my right.
Mr. Owens has a explanation hearing for a disobey accident, and then there's two final pre-trials failure to stop after property damage accident and failure to display an operator's license. How are we proceeding on these?
Your Honor, having sufficient evidence or proof from Mr. Owens of the status of his license. And we also subpoenaed witnesses for a final pretrial that have not appeared. We are prepared, the city is prepared to dismiss failure to stop an accident, to amend the disobeying a traffic signal to an impeding traffic, and amend the failure to display to an impeding traffic.
Let's go to stop. And then the other two impeding.
Yes.
That's correct, Your Honor.
You're supposed to put the PD's office in. Are you accepting that today? Okay. Fine on each is $135. And you're gonna pay. What are you gonna pay, sir? Okay, I'll note here they can pay within 30 days. You can pay at the criminal traffic window, or you can pay online, okay? Do you have any questions for the court?
Maybe just want to ask for the record.
No, Your Honor.
Nothing further.
You're all set.
Thank you.
The record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Kyrie Smith, 19-03905. Appearance, please.
Brendan Waddell, on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lawrence Sutter, on behalf of Mr. Smith, who is approaching council table now.
Okay, this was a final trial on a driving while license suspended and failure to stop at the property damage accident. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, the city is prepared to dismiss both the driving with license suspended and the failure to stop.
No objection, Your Honor.
Motion to dismiss is granted. We need a no. Okay, we'll get you a copy of the dismissal in just a moment, okay? On the record, in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Jod Gilbert, 18-0114681.
Ms. Gilbert has not checked in. And I believe I only reached her advice yesterday.
People of the city of Lansing versus Marion Glasco, 25001428. Appearance for the record.
Brendan Waddell, on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Okay, Mr. Glasgow, is that your Marion Glasgow?
Yeah, Marion.
Marion Glasgow? Do you have an attorney, sir?
No, I don't.
Okay, this was the date time set for a code compliance show cause. The parties already resolved this.
We have not, Your Honor. I don't see the officer is not on Zoom as well. All right, I ask for some time to maybe speak to Mr. Glasco and see if
You can have a seat, sir. You can have a seat. Your case is not prepared to go.
Okay.
On the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Elise Her, 24L 2913961 and 962. Here's, please.
Ron Sorsovich on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor.
Brandon went down behalf of the city of Lansing.
Okay, these were two civil infraction formal hearings. Here to stop with a short clear distance and looks like no proof of insurance. Were these resolved at all?
Yes, Your Honor, we received proof of insurance. The city moved to dismiss the no insurance and amend the failure stop to the impeding traffic.
When did your client intend to pay?
That's the defendant's understanding, Your Honor. I'm able to plead responsible for Ms. Her. She can pay today.
The fine is $135. Any additional matters for the record?
None, Your Honor.
Mr. Waddell.
City of Lansing versus Ayanna Marie Larkin. 23-01532. Appearance, please.
Brandon went down behalf of the city of Lansing.
You're muted, Yara.
Oh, good morning. Thank you, Ms. Sutter. Good morning, Your Honor. Yara Khalil from the Public Defender's Office on behalf of Ms. Ayanna Larkin, under the supervision of Ms. Lauren Sutter pursuant to MCR 8.120.
You making a motion to practice under that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Motion is granted. Okay, today is the date and the time that's scheduled for a pretrial for operating while intoxicated. Let's see. It's like we adjourned this previously. No, this was a failure to appear. Okay, we did adjourn it in 2023, that is, for a substance abuse assessment. I don't know if that was ever done back then or where we are now, a year and a half later.
My understanding, I don't have an assessment still.
That is correct, Your Honor. Ms. Larkin informed me that she would like an adjournment so that she could get her substance abuse assessment done, and I will be providing her with a list, an updated list of facilities that she can do that at after this hearing.
Let's see, Ms. Larkin doesn't have a good track record with coming to court. And delayed this matter considerably. She gave the excuse to the magistrate that I think I had to work. That's why she didn't come to court.
When in 2023?
Correct, that was your last court date.
Yes, I did not make it up to that day. I didn't. I had a lot going on around that year of time, and I did not put you guys as priority. Unfortunately, it's my own life and my matters, and I still didn't do it. But I can assure you that I will be doing that assessment this year. You grant me with that.
Oh, where you misunderstood is you thought that you were putting us as a priority. This is not our criminal charge. This is yours.
That's why.
You didn't put yourself as a priority.
Yes, ma'am.
We did. I didn't have a bench warrant. Mr. Waddell in the city attorney's office didn't have a bench warrant. Ms. Khalil, Ms. Sutter, they didn't have bench warrants. It was you who were outside with a bench warrant for a drunk driving charge, and you didn't prioritize that. So that's how you state that, okay?
Yeah.
And what assurance now do I have that if I set this out, because it's gonna take at least 30 days, and I don't know if you might have to work in 30 days. Or you might, I think the other excuse was that you were making bad decisions. Maybe 30 days from now, you might feel like making a bad decision. What assurance do I have that you're going to do what you're supposed to do and come back?
I'm going to be a new mother. That's pretty much it. I'm really, all you can have is my word, honestly.
You say you're going to be a new mother?
Yes, I'm literally due any day.
Oh, so you're pregnant right now, so really you won't be back here in 30 days with an assessment. You'll probably be delivering a baby in 30 days. Or less.
Yeah.
That was information that should have been provided. Was she really has an expectation to go get an assessment?
Yeah,
She's 8 months pregnant, 9 months pregnant?
she is due soon. There is an arraignment note from that. She has been appearing in front of the court. She's had a couple of other hearings with the state that she has been appearing for the last month. She is scheduled for sentencing in that matter at the end of March. I don't know when her due date is. She has provided a list. I am also reaching out to the attorney on her felony file to see if an assessment is being done as part of that sentencing file. I have no guarantee it is, but I was going to reach out to see if that is something that is within the
Is it a
plan.
substance related
It's
charge?
not a substance use related one. I believe it's a police case. Give me 1 second to switch out. Clean eluding 4th degree, Your Honor. She did appear on that. It looks like on the January 17th, I believe is the date. 24th. 24th. Yeah.
When's the next court date?
March 27th for sentencing.
She has a sentencing March 27th. Okay.
That's correct. Yeah, she appeared for the, I apologize, the 17th was the probable cause conference that she appeared for. The 24th was the preliminary examination, which she appeared and entered a plea at that time. So I understand while there may be
Okay.
a track record.
Understanding now that I was going to handle it, I would not have ordered a substance abuse assessment or a sentencing if it wasn't related to or other substances.
And Ms. Coyle, she said, is providing a list of the locations we're aware of in the city where to get that done independently. I understand the medical issue goes a little bit of a wrench in the works. She has been warned to keep us strictly updated when anything does happen there so that we can make timely communication with the court as well.
Okay, you have contact information with your attorney, Ms. Larkin?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, because I don't know what was going on with you back in July 2023, but I can guarantee that any day now when you become a mother, that's going to go to the forefront of your mind. And so I don't want you to be a new mom and forget to come to court and do your things that you're supposed to do and then put yourself in a possible situation where you can get arrested on a bench warrant when you have a newborn baby. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Okay, because I'm gonna set it out to the same week as her sentencing.
So that'd be March 25th.
March 25th at 8:30.
Thank you.
Thank
Your Honor,
Yes.
I would just like to confirm that I have a good email address from Ms. Larkin, just because I was looking at our file with her and it looks like we have a good phone number, but possibly not a good email.
Ms. Larkin, do you have an email?
Yes, I do. Ayanna, IYANNAL826 @gmail.com.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, and then also, Ms. Larkin, if for some reason you are dealing with the birth of your child and unable to appear on the 25th, you need to communicate with your attorney in advance so that they can get a new date, okay?
Okay.
Any additional matters for the record?
No, Your Honor.
Nothing further, Your Honor.
You're all set, ma'am.
All right, have a good day.
Thank you. City of Lansing versus Brandon Brown, 24-02855. Appearance, please.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Mr. Brown, standing in for Mr. Jacob Waller today. And just a quick correction for the court. This is a state case, not a city case. I believe it was a separate opposing day. It's a driving matter, but state case.
Please, state of Michigan versus Brandon Brown. This is, and Mr. Wardell, you probably can go speak to the co-compliance matter. Okay, let's see. This was a sentencing on a operating while intoxicated. I do have a pre-sentence report that was prepared back on the 5th of this month. Did you get a copy of that?
I did get a copy of it, Your Honor. Mr. Raleigh reviewed it with Mr. Brown yesterday afternoon and sent me a copy of that.
Do we need to make corrections, updates, or deletions?
Mr. Raleigh has advised me that there is no corrections, deletions, or updates to make to the report.
Or you can make allocation.
Thank you, Your Honor. I've reviewed much of Mr. Brown's note, as well as had a conversation with Mr. Raleigh yesterday to get some of his impressions on Mr. Brown, since I admittedly don't have much interaction or experience with Mr. Brown myself. And Mr. Raleigh described Mr. Brown as someone who is respectful, timely, willing to take accountability, and someone who is motivated to prioritize the right things in his life. The right things at this time being taking care of cases like this so that he can prioritize his children, so he can take care of himself, his family, and make sure that he is moving forward on a path that is best for him, as well as the people he is responsible for. To that end, he also indicated to the probation officer here that he's willing to take accountability and responsibility for the poor decision-making that happened here and do what it takes to learn how to be a better decision maker when in moments of stress and social anxiety, which I believe is what he indicated is a large problem for him when it comes to the use of alcohol. To that end, Your Honor, I think that the recommendation here is an appropriate and fair one, taking into consideration where Mr. Brown is and where Mr. Brown is willing to go with his life. So what are we asking the court to adopt the recommendation of probation, that being the 9 months reporting probation? The only thing I would ask the court to take into consideration, it's noted in the report, Mr. Brown has a significant portion of his income that goes to child support. So would ask the court to consider waiving some of the discretionary fines that they're able to, since he does have that obligation, as well as the OWI cost recovery here. Thank you.
Mr. Brown, do you have anything you want to say? No. The pre-sentence report, the recommendation, as well as defendant's prior criminal history, which is substantial. It does not mirror the words that were used to just describe you, let's say that. It doesn't mirror how you present yourself in court. And so it, to me, is a reflective that maybe you had some sort of history. You've navigated something or some things that caused you to be before the criminal justice system on many occasions for some pretty serious things. And maybe that you're still grappling with some things because we're here now with a operating while intoxicated, to which I believe your blood alcohol level was 0.18 or higher, which is technically a super drunk. So there's still some issue that were, at least at the time of the incident, some issue that needed or needs to be addressed. So that you can put an end to your engagement, at least at this stage, or this type of engagement in the criminal justice system. States here, the defendant did not, well, so the overall indicates no evidence of random responding in high probability of a substance use disorder, which I think again is evident by your criminal history as well. I think the term of probation is appropriate with some programming. So I am going to sentence you to a term of 9 months probation. While on probation, you're not to engage in any assaultive or threatening behavior. You're not to purchase or possess a firearm, ammunition, or weapon of any kind. You're not to use, purchase, or possess alcohol, marijuana, or controlled substance. Do you have any questions about that?
No, Your Honor.
You're not to be at any bars or nightclubs during your probationary period, and you will be required to submit to random preliminary breath testing and your analysis testing, and you have to pay the fees for that, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm gonna order that you complete outpatient substance abuse treatment and maintain your employment. This is your second. So look, it gets troubling if I'm talking and then you start talking, because then he's no longer paying attention to what I'm saying. This is your second OWI in the last 3 years, so your license is suspended, correct?
Yes, Your Honor. I believe for another month now. They've spent it for a year from the incident, I believe.
2 OWIs in 3 years.
Yes, I believe it came in.
I don't think that, I think it's more than a month,
No, a
but
year.
I don't think they're giving you another license in a month, that's what I'm telling you. They haven't received this disposition yet. Once that happens, your license is likely to be revoked, okay? And you'll have, see, it's advised that you get an attorney to help you in the future to navigate getting that restoration, because it can be uphill without some assistance, but nonetheless, you'll navigate that outside of this. As to fines and costs, there's a $30 per month oversight fee that you're responsible for each month of probation. And then there's a $75 crime victim rights fee that must be assessed per statute, plus a $50 state minimum cost that must be assessed per statute. You owe the police department $662.64 for responding to this incident. Oh, your total fines and costs is $1,057.64. You'll make money. So that's about $117.50 a month. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any questions for the court?
No, Your Honor.
Lastly, there is an advice of rights as to probation. States here that you've been placed on a term of probation before the 54A District Court, Yolanda, and that the terms and conditions have been individually tailored and are specific to address your assessed risks and needs. You may be eligible to request early discharge from probation once you've completed half of the original term ordered by the court. You would have to first not have had any violations within the 90 days prior to your request, and you must have been compliant with all your programming requirements. You would use the court's NC 512 form, which is on the court website, or you can get it from your probation officer. And you would serve a copy of that form on the city attorney's office and the probation department. The city has 14 days to respond in writing with any written objections to your request for early discharge. If I set it for a hearing, you would have the right to hire an attorney to represent you for that hearing. You would not have the right to have a public defender or a Ms. Setter represent you for any such hearing. Do you have any questions about that?
No, Your Honor.
Date that indicating that I've gone over those rights with you.
Sorry.
Yeah, okay. You'll check in with probation before you leave here today. And if I haven't said it, you'll be reporting remotely to probation, okay? Any additional matters for the record, counsel?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All set. On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus Marion Glasgow. Mr. Wildell, did you all come to a resolution on this at all?
We did not come to a resolution, Your Honor, but I would like to ask the court for, having discussions with Mr. Glasgow, I'd like to ask the court for 90 days for Mr. Glasgow to have the opportunity to fix the code compliance issues that have identified with his garage. He is on a fixed income and is making efforts that satisfies myself. So that's the court. Additional time for him to be able to come to that resolution.
Okay, the issue or allegation is the violation is that the garage is unsafe. Is that what the issue?
Yes.
He's asking for 90 days.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, Mr. Glasgow asked for more than 90 days. I went down to 90 days to give him a reasonable amount of time to find someone who can do the work for him, since he's unable to do it. So. And I should correct myself, he did find someone to do the work, they just can't do it right now.
Mr. Glasgow? Is that accurate?
Yes, that is.
So you have someone that can,
Yeah, but you can't do it right now because he's doing other time. Yes.
okay, we'll reset this 90 days.
So you can do it to at least October. So I told him, I talked to, you know,
If you can't do it until at least October, it sounds like you're gonna need another guy. You might need another guy, October.
yeah, I'm gonna check
And that was our
some other
discussion.
people. Yeah, I'm not gonna stop that, just that, because I wanna get this resolved.
I would
don't
hope
have
you
no
did.
problems down here. I have not had no problems down here. They don't even know nothing about Mr. Glasgow, because I don't have no kind of record or anything. I don't want none.
They know something about Mr. Glasgow. They know where you live and what your garage look like.
Yes, they know that. Okay, but other than that, I'm straight about person.
I can
don't bother
imagine.
nobody. I
This is,
stay to
this
myself.
is not a criminal action.
Yes. I don't want no problems.
I recognize that. I will set it out 90 days to see what's
Okay.
going on.
I will try to find someone else.
You'll give us an update.
I will do that, Your
Okay.
Honor.
Okay.
May 13th, that's it.
May 13th at 10. May 13th at 10 a.m. Okay?
Okay, yeah,
Yep, you'll report back here. We'll get you your notice to appear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, are you okay?
I didn't take my medicine this morning, but I'm all right. I'm okay. I'm just nervous.
You don't need to be nervous. This is not a criminal action.
I don't even know what that means.
A criminal action means you're facing jail time.
Well, I don't know what that.
The majority of the other people here
Oh.
today are here on criminal actions,
Oh,
okay?
okay.
Okay, this is not a
So
criminal
I
action.
guess my nerves-
And you're appearing, which is the first sign that you're trying to get it right.
Yeah.
Whatever the code compliant issue is.
I
And you appeared and the code compliant officer didn't appear.
hope that worked in my favor.
It does work in your favor. That's working in your favor. If he doesn't appear the second time, I'm gonna dismiss the action that they're bringing against you.
Okay,
They're the one who issued the citation against you. They're
Yes,
supposed to be in court.
okay,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll come back on the 13th
yes,
and you'll give us an update. You'll be looking for someone in the mean. It's winter anyway, so it's hard to get somebody to come out and do something to your garage right now in the middle of the winter anyways.
yes.
So you don't cry, sir. It's good. You're gonna get it together.
I'm
See that
trying.
hat you got there?
Yes.
What does it say?
It said Jesus is only one way, the only way. I believe in that. That's what brought me here.
Yep, you keep doing that. And he's also gonna help provide a way for you to get your garage
I know
fixed,
it will.
so you don't have to come in here and cry, okay? No workout.
Okay,
All right, good luck to you, sir. We'll see you on May 13th.
okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Same to you. I have an interpreter here, but I don't have anybody else here. Yeah, it's early.
Ms. Elise Figueroa, we adjourned last time because the interpreter didn't show up. We gave him the notice to appear, but as always, I'm not sure if you understood. I didn't interpret it.
Here.
Oh, is she?
Ms. Figueroa, can you hear us?
Yes.
Okay, and we have Mr. Lixie here.
Yes, Judge.
You need a breakout room?
I think Ms. Khalil is gonna handle all of the Zoom hearings today if she's comfortable with.
Okay, you can put them in a breakout room.
Thank you.
Um, Are they still in the room?
They just went back in because she needed to update one more thing. They should be out in just a minute. There is a Shelton on the document. I admit I wouldn't know how to pronounce that.
Aisha Shelton?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have an attorney representing you at all?
Not that I am aware of, no.
Shelton declines.
Okay, you declined representation from the public defender's office, is that correct?
Yes, I just pleaded guilty.
Okay, you want to resolve this yourself? Let me have the city attorney log in to speak with you.
Sure.
You said that was who? Mr. Dennis? Is it Mr. Dennis?
She believes it's Dennis.
Who's in the jail?
Dennis?
Okay. Reset that?
March 11th.
Sir, we reset your matter to March 11th, so you're all set for today, okay?
Did you hear?
Mr. Dennis? Thank you.
It's just, well. If he's.
So, thank you.
Dismissed today if he had it, if not.
Okay.
Employee if he really wants.
Okay, on the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Alejandra, finding Alejandra Solis, 24-03237, appearance, please.
Brennan Waddell, on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Ms. Figueroa under the supervision of Ms. Lauren Sutter pursuant to MCR 8.120.
Okay, and then we have an interpreter. Mr. Lixie, please raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that you're interpreting the matter before the court completely and accurately and not divulge confidential communication? So help you God.
Do.
Thank you. Today's the date set for pre-trial.
Esta fecha programada para una audiencia antes del juicio.
This is for driving unlicensed.
Manejar sin licencia.
Let's see, I think this was originally given an offer to plead guilty to failure to display an ops.
Creo que le dieron una oferta para un cargo modificado de no presentar una licencia.
How are we proceeding now?
Vamos a hacerlo.
The city is prepared to go forward with that plea if this Figueroa is.
Estamos listos para seguir adelante con eso si ella está de acuerdo. Oh, perdón.
Forgive me, Your Honor. The city would like to move to amend the charge to an allowing an unlicensed person to drive.
Nos gustaría modificar la falta a permitir que conduzca a alguien que no tenga licencia.
Okay.
Ms. Khalil.
Señora Khalil, ¿qué desean hacer?
Our client is willing to accept that offer.
Nuestro cliente está dispuesta a aceptar la oferta.
Raise your right hand.
Levante la mano derecha.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm
¿Te jura firma?
Sí.
to tell the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Decir la verdad y toda la verdad bajo pena de perjurio?
Sí.
Yes.
Thank you. You can put your hand down.
Puede bajar la mano.
You have the following rights that you would need to give up if you want to
Tendr-
plead guilty.
Para declararse culpable tendría que renunciar los siguientes derechos.
You have to give up your right to be considered innocent until proven guilty.
Tendría que renunciar su derecho a considerarse inocente hasta se compruebe lo contrario.
Okay.
You understand that?
¿Entiende eso?
Sí.
Yes.
You understand that you'd have to give up your right to have a jury trial.
¿Y entiende que está renunciando su derecho a tener un juicio ante jurado?
Sí.
Yes.
You'd also have to give up your right to cross-examine or question any other witnesses the city was going to call to testify against you.
También tendría que renunciar su derecho a interrogar cualquier testigo que la ciudad llame en su contra.
Okay.
Okay.
You would give up your right to remain silent at trial and not have silence be used against you. Give up your right to have witnesses subpoenaed to testify on your behalf.
También tendría que renunciar su derecho de permanecer en silencio y que ese silencio no se use en su contra. También renunciaría a su derecho a emitir una orden judicial para obligar que testigos comparezcan a su favor.
Okay.
Okay.
And you give up your right to waive your silence and testify on your own behalf.
Y también renunciaría su derecho de permanecer en silencio y testificaría a favor de sí misma.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about the rights that you would be giving up?
¿Alguna pregunta sobre los derechos que tendría que renunciar?
No.
No.
Is anyone threatening you to get you to give these rights up?
¿Alguien le ha amenazado a usted para obligarle a renunciar los derechos?
No.
No.
Any promises being extended to you in exchange for a guilty plea?
¿Alguien le ha prometido algo para que se declare culpable?
No.
No.
Okay. And you understand that a guilty plea could result in a conviction that may have potential impact on travel or immigration status.
Y entiende que una sentencia condenatoria podría tener consecuencias para viajar o para la situación migratoria.
Sí.
Yes.
As to the amended charge of allowing an unlicensed person to drive, how do you plead?
En cuanto a la falta modificada de permitir que alguien conduzca sin licencia, ¿cómo se declara usted?
Culpable.
Guilty.
Factual basis.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Y this-
Ms. Figueroa, on October 20th of 2024, at approximately 8:05 p.m., were you near or around South King Boulevard and West St. Joseph Street?
Señora Figueroa, el 20 de octubre de 2024, alrededor de 8:05 de la noche, ¿usted estaba alrededor del S. King Boulevard en West St. Joe?
Sí.
Yes.
And is that in the city of Lansing, County of Ingham, State of Michigan?
Y eso estaba en la ciudad de Lansing, condado de Ingham y el estado de Michigan?
Sí.
Yes.
Ms. Figueroa, while at that location, did you knowingly permit someone to drive your car?
Señora Figueroa, mientras estuvo en esa ubicación, ¿usted a sabiendas permitió que alguien más manejara su auto?
No.
No.
I think, if I may, Your Honor, I think she's getting caught up on the allowing language. Ms. Figueroa, did you allow yourself to drive a vehicle at that date and time?
¿Usted permitió que usted misma manejara un vehículo en esa hora, en ese lugar?
Sí, fue cuando tuve el accidente.
That's when I had the accident.
And at that time, you knew you did not have a valid license?
¿Y en ese momento usted sabía que no tenía una licencia válida?
Sí, correcto.
Yes. Yes, correct.
Your Honor, I believe that satisfies the factual basis.
Any questions from the city?
None, Your Honor.
The court satisfied with the factual basis and I'll accept your plea.
Estoy conforme con el fundamento para la carga y voy a aceptar su declaración.
Okay.
I find your plea to be made freely, voluntarily, and intelligently.
He determinado que se ha declarado de manera libre y voluntariamente y con conocimiento de la causa.
Your fine is $250.
La multa va a ser $250.
Okay.
When can you pay?
¿Cuándo podrá pagarlo?
¿Hasta cuándo tengo para pagarlo?
How long would I have to pay that?
Well, it depends. Are you working?
Eso depende. ¿Usted está trabajando actualmente?
No, solo mi esposo.
No, just my husband.
Okay. How much are you able to pay this month?
Este mes, ¿cuánto podría pagar?
El viernes puedo pagar, no sé.
Friday I could pay. I don't know.
The entire amount or a portion?
¿Una parte o en su totalidad?
Totalidad.
All of it.
Okay, you can make payment at the criminal traffic window in person at the court, or you can make payment on the court website.
Okay, puede pagar en la ventanilla de infracciones de tránsito aquí mismo en persona en el juzgado o puede pagar mediante el sitio de internet.
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 Okay, if you use the internet, you will use your case number to find your fine, okay?
Si lo hace mediante el sitio de web, tiene que usar su número de caso para encontrar su expediente ahí en el sitio.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you have any questions?
¿Alguna pregunta?
¿Ya no tendré más corte después que haga el pago?
So after I make the payment, I won't have any more court dates.
Not for this matter.
Para este caso, no.
Okay.
Any additional matters for the record?
¿Algo más?
Your Honor.
Nada, su señoría.
No, Your Honor.
No, su señoría.
Thank you. You're all set.
Gracias, eso es todo.
Okay, gracias.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Lixie.
Thank you, Judge.
Let's see. Can you rename the person who checks in, please? Let's see, this person doesn't have video or audio, I should say. And they left. Well, there you go. Let's start your. I go back to the prehistoric times and find my please start your audio sign.
Should I?
Judge Alderson used to have me like in front of her actual camera and thing, and I hold up a sheet of paper.
Now I was on the start of that, and then I realized we don't need to do that because we actually can just share screen.
Oh,
We had ours laminated and everything.
Oh yeah, I think the thing eventually bumped up to that, but it just
No, he got it from Nick. Nick was the one who started, and so
That makes
Daniel started after him. So he just did what we told him to do. So it was our fault.
I just
And then I was like, why do we do that when we could just do this?
I just remember the hilarious of Nathaniel would look at me like direct, dead in my eyes, and then throw a piece of paper at me so I could hold it up to
It used to be funny. Nick used to be putting us on. We did that. We really did do that in 2020. Okay, what's your name, sir?
Dylan Van Alstyne.
Are we ready on Mr. Shelton?
Yes.
Okay. On the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Ashaz Shahid Shelton 24-03667. Appearance, please.
Brandon Waddell, on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Mr. Shelton, please start your video. Okay, Mr. Shelton's here for a pretrial. This is for a driving unlicensed. Was there an offer on this?
There would have been an offer. Mr. Shelton believed said that he had a desire to just plead to it as is. So I think originally I was prepared to dismiss if Mr. Shelton had his license at the first setting and then give him an additional time to get his license, but he has indicated he has the desire to plead to.
Okay, that's correct, Mr. Shelton?
Could he repeat that one more time? He was just a little quiet.
Well, what he was saying was, and this is typical, if you had gotten a valid license between the time of this incident and today, like today you have a valid license, they would dismiss the case. If you would like time to go and get your license cleared and then come back and produce that, then we would give you that time and then they would give you another offer.
Okay. It's fine. I could just plead guilty today. Pay the fine.
Oh, okay. Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes.
Okay, you can put your hand down. You have the following rights that you would need to give up if you want to plead guilty. You have the right to be represented by an attorney, which you waive that right. You have the right to proceed to trial, and you have the right to jury trial. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. And you have the right to require that the city prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt at trial. You can remain silent at your trial and not have silence be used against you, or you can waive that silence and testify at your trial if you'd like. You have the right to see, hear, or question any other witnesses they were going to call to testify against you, and you have the right to subpoena witnesses to testify on your behalf. Do you understand each of those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you willing to give those rights up?
No, ma'am. Or yes, ma'am. Sorry.
Okay, anyone threatening you to do that?
Oh, no, sorry.
Okay, any promises being made in exchange for you giving up these rights?
No, ma'am.
Okay, I just need a copy of his driving record. As to the charge of driving unlicensed, how do you plead?
Plead guilty, ma'am.
On or about December 14th, 2024 at approximately 4:46 p.m. Were you operating a vehicle upon the area of Cedar at or near Cesar Chavez?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that in the city of Lansing, Ingham County, state of Michigan?
Yes, ma'am.
And at the time, did you have a license?
No, ma'am, I did not.
Okay, is your license valid?
No,
Or
ma'am.
what, have never applied? Okay.
I have an appointment as we speak right now.
Appointment for what?
For my permit.
It's snowing outside. Did you guys notice that? My people perish for a lack of knowledge. I just explained to you on the record, the city attorney explained to you on the record how they would work with you to keep you from getting a criminal conviction driving record before you even get a license. And your response was, no, I'll just plead guilty. But you have an appointment when, sir?
It is next week on Thursday.
Let me do you a favor. If they're offering you an offer for you to go get your license and bring it back, it's in your best interest. If you think you're going to drive without having points, if you think you're going to drive and not have to pay premiums, additional premiums on driver's license, that you take the offer, sir. The city attorney is trying to help you. You could get this and then go to your appointment next week, and it could cause problems for you. Do you know that?
No, ma'am.
You said no?
No, ma'am.
Are you having an appointment for a permit next week, you said?
Yes, ma'am.
And then when do you go for your license, sir? I don't see him. He disconnected. Reset him for in person, please.
Yeah, so I didn't know what was going on. Yeah, what else did that?
Violations, they give you, February 25th at 9.
Sorry, ma'am. Somebody had called my phone.
Okay, no problem. Sir, I'm resetting your matter. You don't actually have any record. You don't want to start by pleading guilty to this. If you get your license, did he be losing again? I don't see it. Okay, if you get your license, the city can amend this to keep you from having a criminal driving matter on your driving record, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna reset this. You go have your permit test next week and you'll come back on the 25th, okay?
The 25th of this month, correct?
That's correct.
All right.
And you'll let us know what happened with the permit and when you expect to get your license, okay?
Okay.
Bring proof of your permit at your next court date. I'm not accepting your plea because I don't believe it's giving knowingly.
Well, the reason why I was accepting plea because I was told that I can just plead guilty and pay fine, and that's pretty much it. I'm not from the state of Michigan, so I'm under raw law.
Right. Did an attorney tell you that?
Yes, ma'am.
An attorney told you that?
Yes, ma'am.
In Michigan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, well, you need to get a better attorney to give you advice, okay?
It was appointed to me on my last court date.
You declined court-appointed counsel, though. No attorney that presents themselves in this court, I can tell you that, would have told you that, because no one would have. Every attorney that comes before me advises their client to try to get their license fixed, because that's really our ultimate goal. We would like to see you licensed. And so we would have advised you, or they would have advised you to get your license. I would have given you time to do that. And the city would have been happy to reduce the charge, which it still would be a fine, but it would be a reduced fine versus what you're facing now. And it likely would not be something that looks criminal on your driving record. You get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we'll charge it to you not being properly advised, but that's because you declined counsel, which was free to you if you wanted to have an attorney. You did understand that, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll reset this for February 25th, and you will provide proof of your permit at that time and information about when you expect to have your license.
Alrighty.
Thank you. You're all set for today, sir.
Okay, and to be sure, what time do I have to come back on February 25th?
At 9:30.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Obligated.
Then, yeah, well, Mr. Van Alstyne is without counsel. I don't see the file. Do I miss it?
Just
Yeah, no. Yeah, she did a.
Was Van Alstyne denied public defense?
There's nothing in our system for him, so he either declined us.
He applied.
Okay, there's nothing in the public defender system for him. There's no file.
Okay, well then we can't put the city in there.
Right.
Let's see.
If you wouldn't mind, that'd be great, actually. Thank you. Appreciate it. And I'm gonna email Jackie because there were a couple people that I'm suspecting maybe in the same situation. And since we're on that, Mohammed Aus name, same thing. I don't have anything in the public defender system for them. Did
He applied to. He applied to. It looks like they both applied the same date, so something happened that day.
Yeah, I'm making our administration aware right now via email, and I think Mr. Harris is gonna be kind enough to jump into a breakout room and get some information.
Okay, sounds good. No, but I'm sorry.
Yeah, Mr. Van Alstyne, and then Mr. I don't know, Mr. Alsman when they join.
Very good. Okay, and do we have someone else ready to go?
Ms. Velasquez is ready to go as soon as Mr. Waddell's back.
Okay, sounds good. Van, we're gonna get you a new date so that the public defender's office can process your intake application, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
March 11th,
March 11th at 11.
Is there a possible way I could do it earlier?
Your Honor, when we were speaking, Mr. Van Alstyne did indicate that he has to go to work at 10, so if it's 10 or later, he has to take a day off work to come here.
Oh, we can have a slot. 9 a.m.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Let's see.
Consider the next one.
Do you have any questions for the court?
No, ma'am.
Any additional matters for the record?
Nothing further, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. You're all set.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. On the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Alicia Velasquez, 24L290841 and 42. Appearance, please.
Brandon Waddell on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter on behalf of Ms. Velasquez, who is standing to my right.
Velasquez has a driving unregistered and no proof of insurance. How are we proceeding?
All right, city is prepared and would like to dismiss the no proof of insurance ticket and move to amend the driving and register to impeding traffic.
That's correct, Your Honor.
You're accepting responsibility, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, your fine is $135 and can you pay?
We'll by next week.
Pay at the criminal traffic window or online using your case number, okay? Put note that you'll pay within 14 days.
Your Honor, thank you.
On the record in the matter of the city of Lansing versus Desari Hardrick, 24L2910701, 702 and 703. Appearance, please.
Brandon Waddell on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Good morning, Your Honor. Yara Khalil on behalf of Ms. Hardrick, pursuant to MCR 8.120, appearing under the supervision of Ms. Lauren Sutter.
Was Ms. Hardrick there because she's not started her video? Okay. Can you unmute, ma'am? Ms. Hardrick, can you unmute? Okay.
Oh, there we go.
Okay. Thank you. Today was the date that was scheduled for pre-trial. I have her expired license, a speeding, and expired plate. Were these matters resolved at all?
Yes, Your Honor. The city has been provided with a valid license and a valid proof of valid plate, and we'll move to dismiss the expired license and the expired plate tickets, and also move to amend the speeding ticket to impeding traffic.
All right, which is accept responsibility.
Yes.
Your fine is $135. When can you pay?
2 weeks.
Okay, you can pay at the criminal traffic window in person, or you can pay online using a case number on this file. That's the case number ending in 701, okay?
Okay.
You're all set.
Thank you.
You're welcome. They locked someone in the jail, but no one's there. I've not seen Usman.
And that's the other person. I can't find any file in the public defender's office or system. Just to keep the court apprised for the moment, Mr. Daffin is scheduled for 11 a.m. today. He's been communicating with me this morning. It was going to be a request for adjournment because he has an appointment with the Secretary of State tomorrow at 12:50 that he sent me confirmation of. He's letting me know right now, he is awaiting, he's in for Jackson County Court, awaiting going there, and he is concerned that they're not gonna release him before his 11 o'clock hearing here, and he wants to make sure the court was aware.
This is the strike. This is your intro.
I was thinking she was in a state foster care. She's right.
Yeah, I don't know what to do, because
Is there some sort of informational question that happens, or how would you get it?
No, I mean, that's, I'm a friend who works managing team at Pepsi. So I know a lot of people, my clients are, I don't know how they first get into surgery. That's great. That's all just asking. Trying.
Weren't they supposed to put Schwab on like at 9:30?
No, Schwab is in custody downstairs.
Oh.
Yes.
Rodney Smith. Both compliance. Have we seen Rodney Smith?
No.
You've not seen co-compliance either? The co-compliance takes day off?
I apparently, I checked again to see if they got the.
Okay, Schwab is downstairs. Rodney Smith failed to appear for the zoning. What do you want to do on that?
Well, he didn't appear, but we can appear. So
Looks like someone's got a tent back there or something. What's going on?
can
What's
I
happening here?
reschedule for 2 weeks and see if we can get our stuff in a row?
And reset. Something must be going on. They didn't get the notices for today.
I checked. They were sent.
Oh. Rodney Smith Jr.
March 11th at 11.
Okay. What's your name, sir?
James Nicholas.
Is Derek Mitchell present? Maybe he's running late. Mr. Green is here for David Eden.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll On the record in the matter of the people of the city of Lansing versus David Pon 24-03160.
Come on.
Appearance, please.
Brandon Waddell on behalf of the city of Lansing.
Good morning, Vince Green on behalf of the defendant, David Pon. I see he's present.
Okay, this was a matter scheduled for loud animal birds that we reset because the parties were going to work out a resolution on this.
Yes. The city moves to amend to a breach of the peace.
Civil infraction?
Civil infraction.
Okay. Does your client wish to accept that?
I would definitely recommend a civil infraction, Your Honor. Yes.
Did you want to accept responsibility to the breach of the peace?
What's a civil infraction?
That means it's not criminal, it's a fine of $50.
I got a question.
Yeah.
I got every single neighbor completely around my house and Joel Gardner's. He's falsely accusing me of my dog barking. You got a police officer that was stalking my house. I went outside the front door. I let my dog out the back door. The dog barked at him as he was coming up down my driveway. And that is what I'm getting charged for, my dog barking.
I have no idea. I wasn't present. I don't even have a police report. They just give me a copy of the citation. The only two people in this room who know, or three people besides you, who know what's in that police report are these attorneys. And so if what you're saying is that there's an officer stalking your house, and that he was approaching your driveway and the dog barks, well, that's what dogs do,
My dog
right?
went outside with me.
Well, even if the dog was in the house, dogs are supposed to bark when people are approaching their house. That's what I would presume. That's not uncommon. But if that is what you believe the situation to be, you have the right to proceed to trial and require them to prove your guilt beyond a reasonable doubt.
That's where we're going, because I'm not guilty of it. I let my dog out with me when that police officer was outside stalking my house. I got every single neighbor, and I got them right here on paper, that they're willing to come in and testify. My dog does not go outside and bark.
Okay.
Every neighbor.
So we can proceed to
Completely
trial on
wrong.
that. That's fine.
Mr. Peden, that's why they're offering a civil. That's why they're offering a civil infraction on this one, okay? I mean,
I don't think he misunderstood that. I think he understands that it's a civil infraction. That means it's not criminal. It's a fine of $50. I even told him what the fine would be. He said he doesn't want to accept that. Is that what you're saying?
This is admitting that my dog was outside
No.
barking.
Doesn't admit anything. It's breach of the peace. You don't have to put anything on the record. You just say if you accept the responsibility to breaching the peace or not, and then you pay the $50 and we all move on.
I can do that.
You want to do that?
Yep, then I'll just go after Mr. Gardner for falsifying my dog outside barking.
That the fine's $50. When can you pay?
I can do it right now.
Okay, we'll get you over to the criminal traffic window.
Can I say one thing?
You can.
I've talked to the police officers because for 2 years he's been doing this to me.
The same officer?
Yeah, I told the police officer, been coming to my house for 2 years.
It's the same officer though?
No,
Oh,
different one. I told a couple of them and they told me to come here to the city hall and make a formal complaint about Joe Gardner falsifying about my dog outside because he's an inside dog. He stays inside 90% of the time. They told me to go down to the 4th floor. I filed a complaint about him. And this is what they told me. We can't do nothing. We can't do nothing about him calling constantly and making complaints about your dog. It doesn't make sense to me. He's falsely calling the police department, which should be illegal.
falsifying a police report.
Understand anything I can
Falsifying a
do.
police report is illegal.
Yeah.
I don't know what the intimate circumstances about your situation are, but Mr. Green is more versed in that, and he could advise you as what your best recourse is at this date, okay?
All right, you'll have to.
we can talk about that, Mr. Peden.
All right.
Yeah,
we can
we'll
do
be
that.
called this afternoon.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Same to you. And then, let's see, Mr. Nicholas, we need to put you in the room with the public defender. And what are we doing, resetting Daphne? Oh.
March 11th.
Okay, what happened to he had an appointment at Secretary of State on the 17th, what happened to that one?
Did log in like first thing this morning, but she said he
It's just like, this 2021 file is never ending. Ms. Sutter, what happened? Why Mr. Daffin didn't go to his appointment on the
It sounds like,
17th?
from the email he sent me early this morning, his mother had a car accident and she's the one who has to transport him because he obviously can't drive right now. So he had to reschedule after that, and tomorrow at 12:50 appeared to be the time that they were available to meet with him.
Okay, it's March 11th at 11.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. I'll email him.
Okay, Derek Mitchell, not present?
Haven't seen him. No.
It's not good.
I want to do something to help her.
Yeah.
I think James is gonna meet with Nicholas, is that what's going on? You can put them in. Travis down.
Yeah, that's fine.
Maybe he didn't get in the room yet. Yeah, I think he's in the library.
Oh, probably.
Schwab is downstairs. David Diaz is later. Nothing to do with that again. Joshua Rhodes. No Joshua Rhodes. Is he frozen? What's going on with James? Please give to defendants so they can know of date change on statute.
Well, I mean.
It's for a different matter though. They put it in here. They said, hey, give him this when he comes. Elise Williams.
He's the one I had a little voicemail for yesterday. Yeah, so he was the one who was, like, I think he just got released a few days ago.
He had gotten out on the fourth.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he was an NDOC for a while last. I remember trying to like, just really get these results. So he could get home.
What's wrong with one? Came by. You have someone ready to go?
Miss Trine is here and ready to go. And I'm just checking a note on this. Yes. Yeah, I left him a voicemail. All right, so I couldn't track him down. He was released from 2-4. If there had been one him was in their email, you said you know that he had credit. He only found credit. Basically, his credit there now.
That's for
chocolate, right? So, yeah. So we don't have 6 wow, no. So I was gonna suggest for one because
yeah. Yeah, because I never, sometimes I can see that they
it's hard to tell.
took them into custody, but I don't know what it's held on.
I think it was B's, because it's, oh no, he's a state case, a state. Remanded, just cash one. Two. Is there anyone besides him on Zoom right now, Your Honor?
Yeah.
Okay.
What? Do we need to reset this matter? Versus James Nicholas 25-00178. Council parents.
Good
morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lauren Sutter, on behalf of Mr. Nicholas, joins us via Zoom.
Mr. Nicholas has a trespassing pre-trial today. How are we proceeding on this?
No, I believe Mr. Nicholas is.
Sorry, Your Honor, which one do you think?
Mr. Nicholas is prepared to plead to this charge, and the parties have agreed to a killabrew for 3 days.
That's correct, Your Honor. The thing I interrupted Mr. Waddell for is, as I previously told before, the Public Defender's Office does not have this file itself, so we do not have discovery in it. We've discussed with Mr. Nicholas the situation involving this case and advised him of the offer agreement killabrew to serve 3 days in jail, but we don't have the discovery ourselves. So in terms of if a factual basis were to happen today, I think I'd have to rely on Mr. Waddell to provide the report for that. I'm gonna choose.
Okay, and Mr. Nicholas, that's what you want to do. You want to plead guilty to the charge of trespassing. I think there's a killabrew to 3 days in jail, but the killabrew that's an agreement between you and the public defender. I'm not a party to that. You understand that?
Oh, wait, what do you mean?
So the offer is for you to plead guilty to the original charge, and that there's a sentencing agreement between the attorneys about how you're going to be sentenced. But the judge is the person who sentenced you, and I'm not a party to that, is what I'm explaining to you. So if I decide that I'm not going to go along with the agreement, then you would get the opportunity to withdraw your plea under that agreement, okay? So you want to plead guilty to trespassing?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give is the truth and the whole truth under penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you can put your hand down. You have the right in this matter to proceed to a trial, and you have the right to jury trial. You have the right to be presumed innocent until proven guilty. So you can require the city prove your guilt as to the charge of trespassing by proving each element of the charge beyond a reasonable doubt. You can remain silent at your trial and not have that silence be used to prove or imply that you're guilty. You can waive silence and testify at your trial if you'd like. You have the right to subpoena witnesses to trial that will testify on your behalf. And you can cross-examine or question in court any of the witnesses the city intends to call. You understand those rights?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you willing to give those rights up today?
Yes, ma'am.
Anyone threatening you to give those rights up?
No, ma'am.
Are you on probation or on parole? You said no?
No, ma'am.
Okay. As to the charge of trespassing, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Are you pleading guilty because you believe you are guilty?
Yes, ma'am.
Factual basis?
Thank you. Mr. Nicholas, on or about January 19th of this year, were you present at 6200 South Pennsylvania Avenue, more commonly known as Meyer?
Yes, ma'am.
And is it true when you were there, you knew that you'd been previously told you weren't allowed to come back to that location, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Your Honor. I believe that satisfies the factual basis.
Any questions from the city?
None, Your Honor.
The court is satisfied with the factual basis. I'll accept your plea and find your plea to be freely, voluntarily, and intelligently made. Let's see.
And Your Honor, if you'd like, I can perhaps explain why we landed on the 3 days, if that helps.
Well, he doesn't have any credit on this one.
That's correct, Your Honor, and he is, I believe the plaintiffs are going to a drug court on his felony because they're waiting on a bed for him, and I don't wanna.
Sounds good. It's a trespassing. Likely would have been a fine anyways if he had the ability to pay. 3 days in Hingham County Jail. You're all set, sir.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome. You said you were waiting on someone on this trial?
We've had an opportunity to discuss, so we're ready to go on her now.
On the record in the matter of the City of Lansing versus Elise Her, and this is 22-02834.
Good morning, Your Honor. Assistant Public Defender Lawrence Sutter on behalf of Ms. Trine, standing to my right.
Okay, Ms. Trine has a trespassing. How are we proceeding?
Your Honor, I believe we have a resolution worked out. We would ask, I would ask for a dismissal of this case that Ms. Trine performed 20 hours of community service. For that, I would ask the court for 60 days.
Is your office going to provide a list of where she can do the community service, or?
I received it previously
Okay.
from Deputy City Hagan Lawrence. I will provide that to Ms. Trine.
Is she employed?
Not at this time, Your Honor.
April 15th at 9:30. April 15th at 9:30. You have any questions for the court today, Ms. Trine? Any additional matters for the record, Council?
None, Your Honor.
Nothing further.
Who's that for the pre-trial?
I am definitely not there.
Was Diaz on the show?
Sounds good to me. I like these. I don't know what's one yesterday. I had it. So, Your Honor, am I correct? You issued bench warrants for Rhodes and Williams, correct?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
And then who do we have here? Someone logged in. I don't know if it's maybe Diaz because assistant BCA. What's that?
Other than Veterans Court, I don't know.
B?
No. Oh, BC. Sorry, I heard. Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
That one I don't know.
Yep, Yolanda can investigate that from the chats. I don't know what that is. We've had some weird things happen in June court. Hopefully we're past that. Hi, who is this?
Kimberlyn Dixon for Briarcliff Apartments.
Oh, you're in the wrong courtroom.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, there is a Roberto Rodriguez set for 2:30 today.
Okay, that's assistant BCA though.
No,
But
sorry,
they're here
something
for a
before.
lieutenant matter, I think, but probably looking for Judge Buchanan.
Okay, thank you so much, Judge Simmons.
No problem.
This is just several hours early.